Orazbek, ASSYLKULOV, who in his second fight furnished us with an absolute beast of a knockout against Mikhailo Glamini of Eswatini. A big left hand took him down in practically no time at all. Good win against Carlos Martinez of Spain in his most recent fight, silver medalist at the Asian Championships in 2024, 27 years old now.
Please welcome his opponent coming into the blue corner, representing Russia, Andrei PEGLIVANIAN.
I've liked the look of PEGLIVANIAN when I've seen him. He's only 21 years old. He's a European junior champion, a Euro under-22 gold medalist as well. Beat Patson Ledson in his opening fight, then Pablo Vitor Fonseca de Jesus. Then boxed really well in his quarter-final against Armando Sigalk of Mozambique, who's got an unbelievable engine, comes in from lots of different angles, decent enough technique as well, but PEGLIVANIAN just had too much for him. Had too much for him. Too organised, too compact, too everything.
Romania and Croatia.
So he just jogs up the steps there, PEGLIVANIAN. That's him in the blue. ASSYLKULOV, Kazakhstan, in the red. So back to their corners they go. So this is the featherweight division, 57 kilos. ASSYLKULOV, Kazakhstan in the red. PEGLIVANIAN, Russia in the blue. Southpaw up against orthodox. He's got quick hands, PEGLIVANIAN. He throws that jab, throws that right hand. When he lets his hands go, he lets them go quick. He got caught with one to the body there, though, early on. And he's got that kind of in and out, up on the toes movement that Ron was talking about in the previous fight. You get that kind of just rhythm going with it, that sort of beat going with it, that kind of dip and glide that you see fighters get sometimes. And if they can get that working for them, then that can be a problem for the opponent. What I like about ASSYLKULOV is he does this quite a bit, this kind of stutter in. And it's designed to create a bit of freneticism and panic in their opponent is what it's supposed to do. It's kind of infectious. You see someone doing that and you almost start doing it yourself and start to rush things. It's clever. I haven't seen too many fighters do it because it's probably quite a difficult thing to do, to be honest. Into the second minute, nothing much has landed from either of these two so far. But the way he does that with the feet, ASSYLKULOV, it gives you the feeling that something big is coming at any second. And his feet are planted wide as well, so he's got that base to generate some power from. And PEGLIVANIAN happy to stay within or on the borderline of punching range. Left hand to the body there from ASSYLKULOV. Long right hand from PEGLIVANIAN. Got there, probably the first serious headshot that's landed. Just short there, ASSYLKULOV. He does that well too, PEGLIVANIAN. The left hand came in and he just pulls back onto the ropes, then turned off the ropes. ASSYLKULOV unhappy about that. Practically threw him back into the ropes. But he doesn't just go back in straight lines. A 1-2 there from ASSYLKULOV, I think was collected mainly by the gloves. Left hand there from ASSYLKULOV did land. And they just swap left hands again there. It's a good fight this, it's hotting up towards the end of the round. These two just letting their hands go a bit. Hard to say who's getting the better of it at the moment. Kind of pot shot there with the lead left from ASSYLKULOV, who carries those hands pretty low. He's just trying to throw PEGLIVANIAN around a bit physically when he gets the chance, as if to try and make a point that he's the physically stronger of the two. And again, he's just leaning in with that head. The 1-2 comes in from PEGLIVANIAN. Little fakes with the front foot, the pair of them, both trying to trigger each other. They're well matched.
Well matched indeed, my goodness. That's a terrific opening round of boxing. First time in this tournament I've seen ASSYLKULOV in that characteristic style of boxing, the little foot fire drill that he does where his feet are barely on the canvas. Very interesting indeed to watch. And it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments can be made for PEGLIVANIAN to try and deal with it, because, as you said, it always presents a threat that is on the verge of being unleashed, but he uses it very effectively, and his backhand was particularly effective in that opening round. And then you see a clean sweep of the cards for the man from Kazakhstan.
So good advantage there for ASSYLKULOV. PEGLIVANIAN got some decent work done in that opening round. It was pretty close.
Round 2.
But ASSYLKULOV gets it with the judges, and now PEGLIVANIAN has got to reply here. Both of them just swapping body shots early on. The right hand just speared through there from PEGLIVANIAN. Left hand lands from the Russian off the back of the right, and this has started brightly this second round. The referee just telling him to keep his head up. That was directed at ASSYLKULOV. Just trading on the inside there. ASSYLKULOV may have just landed a right hand. Lead right hand from ASSYLKULOV get through. PEGLIVANIAN is unloading here. He's throwing plenty, but maybe just rushing it a bit because none of that really landed. In and out with the feet, goes down to the body with the jab, and then the right hand. Long right hand to the chest there from PEGLIVANIAN. That's a effective right hand there from ASSYLKULOV. Just managed to clip the chin. And again, he closes that gap nice and quick. PEGLIVANIAN's got fast hands, and I think most of the time he would back his own hand speed. But if ASSYLKULOV leads off, then he's going to come second best, I think. That's good work on the inside there from the fighter in red. And again, in the exchange there, I think he probably got slightly the better of it. Long right hand from PEGLIVANIAN, somewhat surprisingly landed there. He would have seen that coming from a way out, ASSYLKULOV, but couldn't quite seem to get out of the way of it. And you look at ASSYLKULOV there, he's happy to wait for PEGLIVANIAN and punch as soon as he punches. He claims the clean strike with the left hand. His back was to me, so I couldn't really see it. Right hand in there from PEGLIVANIAN. Closing stages of round 2. And again in the combination, PEGLIVANIAN just shoots those hands out. They didn't quite land, and ASSYLKULOV, I think, got through with at least one clean shot there, and I think what has suited him well as he lands a left hand in this second round, ASSYLKULOV, is that PEGLIVANIAN, having lost that first round, has felt the need to bring it to him in the second round, and that's what he wants you to do, really.
Indeed, he was content to get on the back foot, back skimming against the ropes at times, just showing his composure under fire. I have to think, from what I've seen in this contest so far, he looked more effective when he was seeking to be the aggressor, but he showed a different facet of his game here, as PEGLIVANIAN, having conceded the first round, unanimously sought to take it to him. But in that type of territory, even though he was inaccurate during this sequence, what he's really been effective with that southpaw left, as demonstrated there. I still think the man in red won the round, and I just wonder whether PEGLIVANIAN has got that terrific speed of hand, and his straight shots are rapier-like, but just maybe rushing his work a little bit in a bid to try and overturn the deficit he faced after 3 minutes.
I think he was doing that in that second round. I think that was definitely the case. He's picked up a card there, PEGLIVANIAN. 4-1 split in favour of ASSYLKULOV. So ASSYLKULOV with a 2-point margin with 4 of the judges. So this is a scenario we see relatively often. You need a big round to turn this around. And he started fairly well there, PEGLIVANIAN. The big right hand just sends a sweat spraying off the head of ASSYLKULOV. In terms of the scoring criteria, 10-9 is a close round win, 10-8 is a clear round win, so it's not like you have to beat the brakes off somebody for 3 minutes to get a 10-8. That is not the case, but it does have to be clear. You have to dominate. ASSYLKULOV in the red, PEGLIVANIAN in the blue. And he's just waiting now, ASSYLKULOV, and then throws a hook and moves off to the right-hand side. PEGLIVANIAN, I think, needs to just try and stick it on him a bit here without really rushing that work, but take those feet in and punch when he gets into distance, punch, because ASSYLKULOV, the way you stand square with low gloves and move side to side like he does, that's a more tiring way to fight, I would say, and just signs maybe that he's beginning to feel it a bit. The mouth is slightly open, although that's maybe something that is slightly more typical for him than it is for other fighters. Just shake with the right hand there, PEGLIVANIAN, but didn't let it go. Then the right hand into the body. Just coming together as they both move forward at the same time. Jab from PEGLIVANIAN, flurry of punches on the inside as we head into the final minute, and PEGLIVANIAN has just got to up it here, finish as strong as he possibly can, not leave anything in there. Because looking at ASSYLKULOV as he looks at the corner over the ropes, he took a big deep breath there, and that's pretty standard when you get to the 9th minute of elite level competition. But PEGLIVANIAN has got to try and just do everything he possibly can here, because he seems the fresher of the two. That's a good combination there from the Russian. But he's running out of time. Good combination again there, and lands the left hand, and ASSYLKULOV claims a left as well. So there goes the bell, and whichever way that goes, it's going to be a win for the red corner. Whether you viewed that and felt like he won that final round, or whether he was hanging on a bit, I wouldn't say he was hanging on towards the end, but I think the man in blue had a bit more gas left in the tank.
That's a fair assessment, as you pointed out during your commentary, Andy, when he looked over the top rope during a brief intermission. It was almost as though he was asking non-verbally how long's left, because he was taking in air. His coach and his team sent him back to centre ring. And to be fair, through that passage of the round, PEGLIVANIAN enjoyed some success. He landed some clumping singles. This man built up the insurance over the course of the first 2 rounds, and even though, for my money, he's probably conceded the third, he hasn't conceded it by the margin.
The winner of this contest via unanimous decision and heading
to get it back
into the
to parity.
final in the red corner, representing Kazakhstan, Orazbek ASSYLKULOV.
So 5 scores of 29-28 there. It was 5-0 in the first round, it was 4-1 in the second round, so it'll have been 4-1 to PEGLIVANIAN in that third round, so 2 rounds to 1, which indicates a good competitive fight, which is exactly what it was. The scoring of the first round, I think, was fairly critical because there wasn't much in it. I didn't feel ASSYLKULOV got it with all 5 of the judges. Again, I'm not saying that's wrong, but on another day, maybe PEGLIVANIAN would have got a couple of them, and it just tightens everything up. And he can't wait to get out of the ring there, PEGLIVANIAN. Picked up that bronze medal in the Czech, and he's off ASSYLKULOV can have a rest tomorrow, and then he will be back here on Sunday evening.
Well, plenty of encouragement for PEGLIVANIAN as he exits the arena and exits the tournament. Because as you say, it's a very difficult place to be. You're going home with a medal, you're going home with a prize, but ultimately you've lost on a global stage in front of an arena full of your fans as well. So some of the action from the final round, a final round which PEGLIVANIAN actually won for 4 of the 5 judges, but much to the delight of the Kazakh supporters in attendance, it is their boxer, ASSYLKULOV.